Alex Bass, goalkeeper, Peterborough United. My dad used to play in goal when I was younger, so I grew up watching my dad play football. Would always go and watch him on a Saturday. He played to quite a good level. Used to play as a centre back at a really young age, and then our goalkeeper, can't remember what happened to him. I think he was just ill or something for a tournament, and I just got thrown in goal, probably the tallest player on the pitch. So I've played in golf since age of 9, so just kind of been stuck there ever since, really. And I don't think I ever realised that I was gonna make it. I got offered my scholarship at 16 when I was back home at Portsmouth, and I never actually thought long term, is this going to be what I was going to do? But I took it and went there for 2 years and kind of just gradually made my way up through the academy ranks at Portsmouth. Got offered my first professional contract at sort of 17, 18. Even then, I wasn't convinced I was going to make it. I just got offered one and kind of went from there and built up and built up and up and made my way into the first team at 21. And I guess at that point is when I thought realistically I could make a career out of this. But up until then, I wouldn't have said I was going to be a professional footballer. Like, everyone grows up wishing they were going to be a professional footballer, but to actually make it and to make a career out of it is very tough. So I'm very privileged to be where I am now. Rich came in the summer and breath of fresh air. Like, I've never worked with him. He didn't know me. He was new to the club. I was new to the club, and we've gelled quite well, and we work really hard together. And he knows how to get the best out of me, and he knows when I'm a little bit flat and I need a couple of chilled down days and things like that. But then he also knows when I need pushing and to get the best out of me, really. As goalkeepers, you have to get on well. Unfortunately, there's only one that ever plays on a Saturday, so you are very much up against whoever's challenging you for your position. But because we're all a bit mad, we all tend to get on quite well. You all have quite similar sort of personalities and things like that, so we do tend to get on quite well. And it's great to have young lads that push you and push you hard, and they'll learn off me, I'll learn off them, and it's just a great thing. I say my one strength is definitely dealing with crosses into the box, for sure. I've really worked hard on that from when I was a youngster. I think it's a massive part of the game. You even look at the Premier League now, set pieces and things like that. So I like to be dominant on my area. Every goalkeeper is going to be good at shot stopping, otherwise you wouldn't be in the position that you're in. Playing here, the way you play is very on the ball orientated. They want you to be very high. They want you to be a last line of defender to play out and to hook someone into press. So that side of my game is coming on as well. And the longer you get involved in things like that, the better you become. When I was really young, obviously academies were just starting to do it, but it wasn't a massive thing. It was kind of in the transition period, whereas you look at the youngsters now, they're basically outfield players that wear goalkeeping gloves the way that the youngsters come up and train with you. So for me, it was about developing that. I was obviously at Notts County last year, where they were very ball orientated as well. So the last 2 years I've been playing in teams which are very ball orientated, and it is starting to become a bit more second nature to you. But it's difficult because you, again, put even more pressure on yourself, because you not only have you got to do your goalkeeping side of it, you've got to also do the outfield side of it now as well, which is probably the hardest bit. Confidence is probably one of the most important things for a goalkeeper. I think if you're not confident in yourself and in your ability, you're going to struggle because of the way that the game goes. Even I've had spells in my career where I've been low on confidence, and you can tell that in the game you end up going chasing things, getting involved with things that you might not do, where if you were full of confidence and you were just playing week in, week out, I think confidence can come from other ways, like your coaches can give you confidence, other teammates can give you confidence, things like that. But I do think as a goalkeeper, one of your most important things is to be confident in your own ability. My gloves, I like to wear a new pair for maybe 1 or 2 training sessions before I wear them into a game. So, but quite light training sessions. So probably day before a game. I'll Friday get my fresh pair of HOs on. Wear those, wear them in, give them a wash, get them ready for the Saturday, and then I'll probably wear those same pair of gloves for 4 or 5 games, 3, 4, 5 games, depending on what the pitches are like, all these different things. And then I will transition them into a training pair, and then get a fresh pair, do the same thing, training them for a couple of times, wear them for a couple of games, and then just kind of keep them going. That's tend to be what I've always done. I think in a match environment, it's tough being a goalkeeper because you're a goalkeeper in a team, but the outfield players are almost like a different team to you. So I think you've almost got that pressure of being on your own and the last line of defence, and if you make a mistake, it's going to end up in the back of your net, unfortunately. So that's a massive pressure in a game, and I think in training, it's similar, but you want to try things that you can take into a game. So sometimes in training you'll try and catch a few things that you maybe would parry in a game, and that comes with things. If you're playing in a small-sided game, for example, in training, you try and catch one and then you drop and they score. The ball's in the back of the net again, which is never a nice feeling, and your teammates are going to be like, well, why have you not saved that? All these things. So I think in training it's all about what you can do to take it into a game. When I signed here, I think last season, don't want to sound horrible to anyone, but I think they kept 4 clean sheets so in the whole year. So we've kept 8 in the league now, and I said to Rich at the start of the year, if we can keep 10 clean sheets this season, I think we've had a very good season, looking at where we've been and where we've come from. Even the start of the year, we didn't cleat one until Plymouth away, which I don't know, not sure what game that would have been. That's probably 10, 12, 14 games in. So to now keep 8 in the league after this point with 11 games, I think it is, to go. If we can get 2, 3 more out of that, I think that'd be a very solid season for me. To keep double figures in clean sheets is always good. So that's probably one little goal.